When last we left our Shiro, she'd been working outside on cement in a strip mall without shade in the 92-degree blazing sun and sweltering humidity for over 2 hours. I saw stars, found myself traveling at high chase speeds by ambulance, and ended up in the hospital. After 3 hours of intravenous fluids, my vitals were restored. I was driven back to set, signed out, put in a van, driven straight to my front door, and dropped off. What just happened? No insurance info, no accident report filed, no nothing, just see ya. So, did I get my medical bills paid? Do I have side effects from my brain injury? Did I sue production for millions of dollars and retire in the south of France with my Latino lover? Learn from my mistakes. Stay tuned. Oh, if you haven't watched part one, you might want to do that first. I did manage to get the producer's phone number, and it took a week of calling every day before I got their insurance information. The production company kept telling me, oh, no need to worry. We've arranged for workers' comp to pay the medical bills. This insurance/workers' comp situation turns out to be a nightmare. 2 years later, my medical bills still haven't been paid. No one returns my calls. There's so much bureaucracy. Even though I've written, called the hospital and workers' comp endlessly, no one has been able to switch my insurance carrier from SAG producer's plan to workers' comp. This concept is just too complex for anyone to grasp. A couple of weeks after my accident, I ran into one of the fellow actor friends of mine who was on the commercial shoot with me, and he tells me, production made an announcement after you were taken to the hospital that you had a pre-existing condition. What? Yeah, production announced, please let us know if anyone has a pre-existing condition like this woman so we can accommodate you. I don't have a pre-existing condition, except I'm a human being, not an effing camel. Oh, speaking of camels, this is a funny side note. I was working on another commercial, a public service announcement for an anti-smoking campaign. It's another scorching, hot, humid summer day. Our holding is in a church basement, no AC. We're shooting in Brooklyn on the Grand Army Plaza concourse. The sun is blaring and the actors are freaking out. How are we supposed to get out of the sun? There's no shade. What are we supposed to do? There's not even a place where we can duck anywhere between takes. I mean, there's only one tiny tree and it's way over there, I reassure them. I was informed by wardrobe there are animals working on set today, so no need to worry. They don't care about us, but animals are protected. They have handlers and specific rules about working them in extreme condition. They can't keep them out in the heat for long. So, unless it's a camel, and I swear on my mother's grave, I swear to you, the moment I said, unless it's a camel, I might have well said, cue the camel, because they brought in a freaking camel. Back to my brain syncope. After the shoot, I stay home in bed for the next couple of weeks, nursing a headache that refuses to go away. I'm disoriented. I should go to the doctor, but I don't have the extra money. I look up brain syncope. The National Institute of Neurological Disorders and Stroke webpage says syncope is a medical term used to describe the temporary loss of consciousness due to the sudden decline of blood flow to the brain. Syncope is a dramatic event and can be life-threatening if not treated properly. I write a note to casting, the office that hired me, and let them know what transpired that day, hopefully before production gets to them and lies about my pre-existing condition. This casting office cast most of the commercials in New York City, and commercials pay the most money, and I can't afford to jeopardize my relationship with them. About a week after I sent the letter, my cell phone rang. It's casting. Oh, no, I don't want to answer the phone. I mean, they're going to want to discuss the incident. Oh, hello? Hi, Jill. Oh, good. They don't sound pissed. We'd like to book you to stand in for Lara Spencer on a commercial tomorrow. Lara Spencer? Yes. You know Lara. I know who she is. I'm stalling for time. Yeah, she's the host of that entertainment magazine, The Insider. Yes, she's doing a promo for PBS. Now, here's my dilemma. I'm not feeling 100%, far from it. But I'm afraid if I tell casting that, they won't use me again. I mean, I've heard stories about how they blacklist people who turn them down. Sure, I'd love to stand in. Oh, and don't worry, it's all being shot inside on a sound stage. A few days later, I'm having a phone conversation with a good friend, an actor turned medic who works on TV and film sets. I say, I'm so glad I did that Lara Spencer stand-in job. I wasn't feeling up to it, but at least I've been forgiven and they'll continue to use me. You know, Jill, I used to do that all the time when I ran a temp agency in Providence, Rhode Island. What do you mean? If someone got injured on the job, I'd immediately put them back to work. Casting hired you right away to prove you're well enough to work in case you try to take legal action against production. Ah, makes sense. Even almost 2 decades later, I still struggle with the sun, heat, and humidity due to my brain syncope. I have to be extremely careful. It can sneak up on me. I'm fine. And then all of a sudden, I'm dizzy, nauseous, feel faint. My body overheats, goes into overdrive. I can't go to the beach or a picnic unless it's under a large shade tree. I never leave my apartment in the summer without wearing a hat or carrying a parasol. As for the hospital bill, somebody paid it because the late notices stopped appearing in my mailbox. Doing extra work isn't for the faint of heart. You have to take care of yourself because no one else will. If you're injured on a set or any other place of business, never leave the scene of the crime without filling out an accident report, because once you leave, you have no rights. Production has a bazillion things to do, one of which is to ensure they don't get sued by you, me, or anyone else. Word to the wise. Make sure your tetanus shot is up to date and your will is filled out. Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the notification button, and leave your comments. Thanks so much. Thanks for being here.